Hello everyone. Let me be the first to thank you for coming out to this event on a Wednesday evening. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that this study is quite intense and long. It was written for people just like you who work a 9 to 5 but looking for ways to supplement their earned income. So tonight, you're going to need something to take notes with. But I will encourage you to meet me in the back after this event to purchase my course. My reasoning for this is simple. You're just not going to understand or be able to write everything down in one session without questions. Also, for everyone that purchases this course, you will have access to me for the first 30 days to answer questions. Alright, so this course has a value of $20,000. But because tonight your admission was $5,000, I'm going to apply that to the course, which will bring your total down to $15,000. Now for some, you may be saying to yourself that I don't have $15,000. So let me explain if I may. If you walked into the bank and there was a sign that read, for every dollar you deposit, we're going to match it with $3 with a maximum deposit amount of $10,000. What would you do to locate $10,000? Even better, if I told you that your freedom to get out of job jail was $15,000, what are you willing to do to buy your freedom? It's just that simple. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an impactful event. Today we're going to cover rental property investments. This is a topic that I've gotten so many requests to cover. So today I'm going to explain just one technique on how to purchase and the strategy or mindset that goes into executing this investment type. For starters, there's many ways to structure a deal when purchasing a rental property, depending on your investment strategy, temperament for risk, and liquidity. This may determine how you should structure or fund a deal. For an example, if I'm going to purchase a property from a seller that has a paid off mortgage, I may structure that deal totally different from one that I will buy from the bank. Let's say after I do my due diligence, I find out that the homeowner motivation to sell is due to a job loss or relocation out of state. The only immediate need is cash, which at the moment is locked up in the home. Now that I know the owner's pain, my negotiation tactic is to use leverage, which is cash, to ease the pain. My offer to the owner may be $10,000 today as a down payment to purchase the home. I would then ask the owner to act as the bank and carry the balance of the loan for 2 years. During the 2-year period, I will write in an option to be able to purchase the property for the remaining balance. After 6 months of having title, I can now either sell the home to someone else for a profit or refinance it with the bank and cash the owner out completely. Some people may not be willing to do creative financing like this. They may have a different pain. My job is not to do all the talking, but allow them to explain to me what their motivation for selling is. Once I figure that out, then I can choose my approach. Keep in mind, there's 100 more techniques that we can utilize to finance or control real estate. So today we're going to cover a very simple and straightforward method on how to purchase your first rental home and what the numbers should look like to make it a good, solid, and sound investment. But before we dig in, here are just a few ways to finance your very first property. The first way would be private money loans, hard money loans, fix and flip loans, HELOCs, seller financing, and the one we'll be discussing today, conventional mortgage loans. So our goal as a landlord or a new investor is to make sure that we earn a return on the money we borrowed from the bank or cash we save. A decent return on an investment would be 8% or more. This is just a standard that I use when considering my opportunity costs. My personal standard when buying an investment home is to purchase at max 70% of ARV. By utilizing this method, it takes my emotions out of the deal. Okay, So step one, you need to have at least 20% of the purchase price in savings. The bank may require 20% down, but many of your small local banks may ask for 10%. So it's very important to build relationships with smaller banks in your city. Smaller banks will also draw up loans and keep them in-house. What this means for you is that they'll be willing to finance homes under the $50,000 price point. Most major banks will not do this type of lending. Also, once you build a relationship with small banks, they will eventually do untraditional type lending for your real estate deals. So let's look at the mechanics of purchasing your first rental home. The numbers I'm going to be using will be whole numbers, just to make it easy for me to remember and dissect. Say we negotiate a home with an ARV of $70,000 and we purchase it for $50,000. You have in savings $10,000. The bank requires a 10% down payment in the amount of $5,000. The prime rate quoted from the bank is 5% on investments with a term of 20 years. Your monthly principal and interest on the money you borrowed would be $296 a month. The monthly insurance payment is $83. Your monthly property taxes is $83. This brings your monthly note to $462, which include your principal and interest. Now we have to figure in other fixed costs, such as property management, which will be 10% of the rent amount. This figure would be $80 a month. Finally, it's a good idea to put back 6% of the rent amount for future repairs. This comes out to $48 a month. The monthly rent that the tenant will be paying is $800. Once we deduct all expenses, this leaves a balance of $210 a month and positive cash flow. Now let's calculate our cash on cash return. Our purchase price was $50,000. The home needed a few cosmetic repairs totaling $5,000. You held the home for 60 days. The first 30 days was to make all the repairs, and the second 30 days was to find a qualified tenant. Your holding cost was $924 for 2 months of mortgage payments. The utility bills totaled $200 for 2 months. Your total purchase price plus holding costs totaled $56,124. Your projected yearly rental proceeds total $9,600. Divide $9,600 by 56,124 and your cash on cash return is 17%. Remember, our target rate of return was a minimum 8%. So my question to you, what other investment vehicle you know that will put residual income in your pocket every month and earn you a 17% return annually? Remember, we added value to this property, so our purchase price was $50,000 and our appraised value is now $70,000 after repairs. Now, having a good tax attorney can be very helpful in the tax strategies that you can legally take in deductions. Now, I'm not a CPA nor an attorney. I'm only mentioning this to show you the real power of becoming a real estate investor. In this example, you'll show rental income in an amount of $9,600. After speaking with your tax professional, you find out that there are several deductions that you may qualify for being an entrepreneur. Just to name a few, you find that the tax code will allow for you to deduct the mortgage interest that you paid on the loan. You also find out that you can depreciate the home 27 and a half years for useful life in the first year of owning the property. Even more, you discover that you qualify for the pass-through tax deduction. You're also advised that you can deduct the repairs, property insurance, the travel miles to the property, expenses paid to contractors, property managers, legal and professional fees. After all qualified deductions, your taxable income went from $9,600 to $5,000. The government rewarded your risk with a $4,600 tax break. Now remember, our goal was to profit at minimum a 8% return. Not only did we double that, but we also lowered our taxable income by $4,600 for taking calculated risks. Now here's the strategy for wealth building. We're going to perform this task 9 more times with a local bank. This will bring our total monthly income after all bills are paid to $2,100 a month. Our total gross rental income for the year is $115,000. The funds we make in rental proceeds, we'll use that to pay down the principal amount on one of our properties. In 19 months or less, we would have paid off one of the properties. Now that you've paid off one of the properties, you will have an additional $506. Add that $506 plus your residual income from the other 9 properties. This will bring your total to $2,396 a month. Your total yearly net income is now $28,752. If we take the funds and apply them to another mortgage, in 14 months, we would have paid off another home. Remember, you're still working your 9 to 5 while the management company is performing the day-to-day tasks. Now, with 2 paid off homes, your monthly net rental income is now $2,692. Your total yearly net income is $32,304. Again, if we take the funds and apply them to another mortgage in 13 or 14 months, you will have another paid off home. If we continue with this formula, in less than 10 years, you will have paid off 10 homes. Now, to recap, remember, we've been setting aside 6% a month for future repairs. At the end of year 1, we will have saved $576. With those funds, we will purchase a home warranty. Now, if there's any problems with any major components or systems, it's covered. Now, with that in mind, we will write up the lease agreement, making the tenant responsible for the first $100 in repairs. This will cover the service costs that the warranty company would charge whenever they're contacted to come out to the property and make repairs. Lastly, remember, each property has an appraised value of $70,000. Your total tangible growth assets is well over $700,000 in real property. Now with a rental income of $8,000 a month, one now can afford to resign from their job or invest in more real estate. I want to personally take this time and thank you for watching this video. As promised, I want to briefly tell you more about our company and our investment strategy. For starters, we are a real estate investment company located in Bartlett, Tennessee. We work with clients all over the world, with approximately 70% are out the country. At this very moment, we're managing around 415 residential homes. Our business model is to help investors, landlords, and regular individuals who make work of 9 to 5 purchase, renovate, and manage real estate. We are a full-service real estate investment company that houses a real estate brokerage, construction and maintenance division, and a property management company. If investing is new to you, that's okay. We work closely with our clients, helping them spot the right deal, negotiate the right price, and renovate the home to go on a rental market. For clients that qualify, we have several loans available for you. Also, we at JK Homes will be able to coach you on the different loan types and creative ways to get financing. If you're ready to start your investment career, feel free to contact us today.